Hey guys, Todd with PassingGear. Thought some of you younger guys and maybe some of you older guys were wondering where I was at with this build cost-wise. This is the folder that contains all the paperwork and all the receipts from the build and some general stuff, some notes. So if I ever want to go back through and see what I did, what I bought, I've got everything. Not really necessary to have it, but it's just kind of cool to have it as a record. And this is a spreadsheet that I put together. I've got a couple basic categories: engine, suspension, body, interior, miscellaneous. And most of these costs will include any kind of special shipping costs, tax, etc. So I get a true cost of what the build is tallying at. This tan area, that's mostly transmission and driveline stuff. You can see the driveline was $254.54. Transmission lines, yada yada. All the purple stuff is basically electrical. The blue highlighted area is just some miscellaneous stuff I threw in. $100 for electricity for running the tools. Cleaning fluids like carb cleaner, penetrating fluids, WD-40, what have you. Grease, other oils. Gasoline for getting it started and filling up the tank. Welding gas, consumables like grinding wheels, tape, masking tape, stuff like that. But where I'm totaled out right now is $6,647.80. This 7,900 is that number with 20%, which gives you kind of a more accurate number for what it costs, because there's always little things that you don't really include. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I just like to put 20% on it to kind of get a better idea of where I'm actually at. All the receipts that I have total up to that number right there, however. Some big ticket items were the rack and pinion. That's the AMC rack that I had to get from Kentucky from a place called Buy Auto Parts. Great company to work for or work with. Cool thing, it has regular Ford Mustang 2 style calipers, so they're really inexpensive and super easy to swap out to do the brake system. This represents basically taking a running, driving 223 3-speed original engined truck that was tired and it needed a complete wire job, needed fuel tank, fuel system, pretty much everything from the body, and most of the frame was pretty much done in suspension. I had to do some modifications to that to get the pacer front end up to snuff. But essentially, that's what it's cost so far to build the Magnum powered 55 F100. And you'll notice that I have no cost for the engine, have no cost for the transmission, and other items that I already had. So those are two big ticket items that would be on top of this $6,600 figure. And you can plug and play and freeze frame this and see where your build you would have to plug in some more money for building your truck or car. Another big ticket item that I got really inexpensive was the wiring harness. That only cost $75 from the Jungle site. You can spend up to $1,200 to do a wiring harness in a hot rod. So you got to watch every dollar, because all these little 20s and 30s and 40s and $50 items, they add up fast. There you have it.